Presented to you by the Valleyfolk. The Valleycast.
Wow.
I love a good horn.
What is that?
A trumpet.
But what is that? Is that tone something?
I don't think so.
Obviously, it's a trumpet, but what's that? Is that a...
I don't think so. I like it.
It sounded like an investigative PI television show.
Presented to you by the Valleycast.
I don't know, but I like it.
I like the utilitarian purpose of clarifying that it's the Valleycast, but we are the Valleyfolk. A lot of people, that was a branding problem.
That is
very
nice. It's similar.
Guys, that intro comes to us from a Reddit user named Axel Demon Viking. So, guys, welcome to the Valleycast. As you know, we're pretty deep into this show. So, if this is your first time listening, welcome. Basically, I'll give you the rundown real quick. The Valleyfolk are Lee Newton, Joe Beretta, Elliot Morgan, and myself, Steve Zaragoza.
Truth.
And we are just some pals that sit around this podcastery and talk about different topics. And then we just fill about an hour with that. And then we pack up and we get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're about to literally pack up and go to Toronto for 5 days for what's called Buffer Festival, which we're very excited about. And we're going to be wearing tuxes. We're going to be on red carpets. We're going to be doing all sorts of weird stuff. And we don't know what to expect because we've never been. And we're very excited. So by the time anybody hears this, we'll still be in Toronto.
BRB. We're just going to Canada.
Yep. Be right back.
Yeah, long flight.
Coming back Monday.
Long flight, yeah, like 6 hours.
Is it 6 hours? That's not bad.
About 6 hours, yeah.
So, this will be out by the time we get back, correct? Yep. This will be out.
Sorry
so
if we
sorry
died.
if we missed you, and sorry if we died.
Our VIP patrons, yeah.
VIP patrons will get access to our funerals, so they'll get front row seats to those.
They
And I
get
think
to-
they get a T-shirt.
They
too.
get to be.
They do get a t-shirt.
They get to do the
pallbearer.
eulogy.
Yeah.
But all
They all
patrons
get to
get
talk.
discounts
One
on
of-
the tickets
one-
to the funerals.
Although $1,000 tier will get to be a pallbearer.
Yeah.
For sure,
Yeah.
which is really nice.
$5,000 tier, you get to lay in the coffin with us for 5 minutes.
Give me a kiss in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whatever you
come on
want.
in,
Free
come on
game.
in.
You can do whatever you want, yeah.
Oh, how
I'm giving
much
you consent now to do whatever you want to my
to do
dead
the
body.
eulogy.
Eulogy. That's a little higher tier. Yeah.
Man.
Oh, I'm not going to let a fan do that.
I hope you will.
I'm getting cremated. I'll be.
I'm
I'm
also
getting
getting
cremated.
cremated, yeah.
Joe, bones in the
no,
ground.
I think I'm a cremation boy or a science
But
boy.
that's of
I
course
might be a science
after.
guy.
I'm a science person for sure. I have it on my thing, like donate major
I
science.
don't have anything they want.
You have to do.
I
You
don't have
do.
anything.
Hey,
I'm
did you know
like,
52
Steve,
people can be affected by your things? We
Yeah.
can take your beautiful little skin. Give me those eyeballs.
I mean, if they want them, they can,
Steve,
but
You truly have nothing to offer.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Really,
saying.
go with that. thought.
No.
Don't let them talk you into taking your bones.
We can have your skin. Give me your epidermis.
I just,
so I'm alive today because of a man. Man.
We're all
me.
alive today because of
Dang it,
that.
you got it.
Yeah, I
We're
was
all
got-
just a little slow today.
Someone would say we're
the thing we're supposed to
I was setting up like some broy high five moment, and we've
Yeah.
all just
we're at
shit
least
the bed.
50% here because of a man.
Yes.
So I will say that I always wanted to have my remains shot into space.
I just want it to be your stupid body.
Well, the reason why I want that, I mean, if it's my body, whatever. I just love the
Is
idea
that a giant
like,
bat? Oh, it's Steve's
Jesus.
body.
with your Hawaiian shirt and everything, just
and it just
flapping in the
plays
wind.
Van Halen's "Jump" on repeat. There's like a
Is it Jump or
There's
is
a radio.
it like? Oh, I think it's like an AC/DC thing where it's just like Hell's Bells. No, it's Hell's Bells. Sorry, it's Hell's Bells.
Imagine, you know how Elon Musk sent the Tesla up into space
Yeah.
and the spaceman's in it, and they have this like live stream, and it just looks awesome.
Yeah.
Imagine if it was your dead body.
Yeah, just in there,
Yeah.
like a like
being
total,
preserved by the
frozen.
total
cold
like
vacuum
weird
of
unnatural
space.
dead face
Yeah.
too.
Hell's Bells.
God damn it, I want to be shot into space because I want like aliens to find my stuff someday and be like, oh, we can. This is a fun experiment.
Oh, this guy's
Do you
got
think
nothing that we
they-
want.
We want to
No.
bring him back just for a second and then get rid of him again.
I
like,
just feel like they're
incinerate
gonna be
him.
like alien pirates, and they're just gonna be like clack 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 clack, clack, like taking off your shirt, putting it on, putting on your glasses, and being like clack 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 clack.
Yeah, and they're trying to talk to me.
The clock ends.
But wouldn't that be
Yeah.
fun to just like, because I mean, eternal slumber, while so comforting and wonderful and warm,
Sure.
wouldn't it be interesting to just wake up from that one day and there's just like these weird things like putting pants on you and like poking your
I'm
skin.
sure
It's-
interesting is
It's
one
not
thing.
super likely, but I do think it's worth not being an organ donor for. Absolutely.
yeah. It's the one. It's because of
It's
the
definitely a
possibility.
valid.
Elliot,
a
they don't
valid
want your
reason.
organs either. That's
Oh,
some
they're getting my organs.
liver shit that is. They're
Oh,
like,
please.
what are we gonna
Elliot,
do?
there's going to be medical students fucking around with your organs and going like, ugh, what
Oh.
did this guy do?
See, guys, this is a brand joke. If you're just joining us, the brand is I enjoy drinking.
Oh well, if you want the brand joke,
Yeah.
we got to talk about the liver, how useless your liver would be.
And your heart.
and
your heart.
kidneys, lungs. You
They'll still be looking for.
probably your eyes maybe.
For
Oh no,
years.
you're blind too, huh? I guess so. No
Oh,
eyes.
blind. The eyes would not go.
You
would
wouldn't
not
go
go
well.
there. Yeah.
Also, it'd be
Your-
hard to
oh, your
find your
mouth,
pride all
maybe?
in there, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
What did you say to me? Steve? What did you say to me? What did you say? What did you just say?
I said it would be hard for them to find your pride.
Here's a fun topic, guys. This is a topic I was thinking about because it's something I currently experiencing. The act and the art, the desire, the technique and the process, the way, the decision to, and the ramifications of making friends as an adult male.
I love this. This is so
I
fun.
don't think you
So-
even need to put male on a qualifier. I experienced this hardcore.
I think you do. I think women do. But I think men, and I could be wrong.
No, it's okay. I think it's probably both gender specific, same thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in my experience, in terms of being a dude, I think for one, I'm like good. I'm always like I'm good on friends. Like I'm solid there.
I get that.
And so I don't ever. I'm not typically like.
You're not on the hunt.
Yeah,
You're
I'm not
not
on the hunt. I'm not on the
pursuant.
prowl.
Yeah.
I'm not single in the world of having friends. And so now I hung out the other night with a buddy, and it was one of those things where
Humble
it's
brag.
Yeah,
it's literally like you hang out and you know each other, and then you're like, oh, you're super fun. And it was one of the first times in like years where I've been like, dude, like we should hang out more. But I don't. It's a very
You
weird
don't know how to say it.
weird process because I feel weird being like, hey, I had a really great time the other night. Like, do you want to go out? But I'm probably going to, and I'm pretty excited. And I think I made a friend.
Wow.
That's all.
I think it's been a while since I've made like a new friend. Like I think it to me it's like I'm doing this Rocky Horror Picture Show thing, and there's a bunch of people I don't know, and I can already tell that I'm going to be friends with a lot of these people, and so it's not really one of those things where it's like I like consciously know I'm making new friends. It's just like these are people I'm going to see a whole bunch for the next 2 months. We're probably going to make friends from these people.
Because I've done that
Yep.
with a bunch of shows and everything too, and then you get really fascinated at how quickly you're like, oh, you're not around anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
What you're talking about, Steve, and it's kind of I think what Elliot's bringing up is the realm of effort. When you're
Yeah.
an adult and making friends right now, and as you don't have to make the effort, just like you didn't have to make the effort when you were a kid growing up because you
Yeah,
were put
'cause
into
you were
these
there,
similar
yeah.
situations, be it
Yeah.
school or a sporting thing or music. You were always there's a proximity that was forced upon you. What Elliot's talking about, and I agree, it's so hard as an adult, is that you have to make the active decision to be friends with those Rocky Horror Picture Show people after
Yeah.
Yeah,
forced
I think
proximity ends.
I think it's one of those things where it's like for me personally, I kind of have like a higher criteria for for me being a pursuant.
Which
of
is also
your-
what I'm talking about. It's like, oh, it's like, it does feel a little bit like that thing where you're like, you
New
meet somebody,
relationship, yeah.
and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
we fit together real well.
Yeah,
you
I
feel
totally
it
get
too.
that.
Exactly, yeah, and it's definitely, and I also think in addition to the being at school and like you're kind of forced into that thing, I think there's also a thing that happens, and I think you could probably relate to this a little. You have kind of like
Don't
this
assume
world.
things about me.
But
You
you're
can
right.
assume his gender.
Forgive. You're right. No, I think that there's like married men have also married men have a tendency to also fall into that kind of like school class thing because the females, at least in my experience, were always the more social ones. And so a lot of times when I was married, I made friends with like couples constantly, and that was its own thing. And that was how.
That's a
and
nightmare in its own realm.
yeah, and you see that a lot, like in not big cities and stuff, where it's like you're married, and so you meet somebody, and you're like, you're cool, but your wife's not. And then when you find those people who are cool, and both of them are cool and both mesh well. It's really neat, and I'm fortunate enough to have a bunch of those.
So hard to have.
And super hard and very specific. The amount of like permutations
and
that
then
you have to
like
do there.
realize that like there's other things that happen along the way too, where you go like, oh, they got into that. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't think we can be friends anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Or
Like,
you learn who they voted for.
yeah. Or you literally, you're like,
uh-oh.
oh man, God, you guys just do a lot of coke now.
Yeah.
Well, here we are. We're not being.
that
you know, it's
kind
like,
of thing. Yeah.
Or just like really, you're just like, oh, they got really into something. Now they just keep talking about it.
I just
Yeah.
my
Okay.
thing is like if it's been a while since I've like connected with a new person to the point where I'm like, oh fuck, I need this
Yes.
person in my life now.
I
Like this
agree
is
with that.
you are a friend for
Yeah.
life. Like it's been a while since that's happened
Well,
to me.
and
Like
it
I
is a
have my
weird-
group that I love and that's that, I think.
Yeah.
I think so too, and I also think like I totally hear where you're coming from. Now, where it's like you don't know what to do after that. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, I really like you, and you have that weird thing of like, I hope you like me as much as I like you, and how can we hang out? There's even things where like I've like read books as an adult woman because it's like, how do you engage and how do you keep that? Because there are those specific people that you're like, I want to keep around. Then there's those ones that are like the lifers, where like literally I have one of my best friends where I could literally just call her and be at her house and
Yeah.
it's not a problem. Like it's not an issue. It's just
Yeah.
there. But those are one of those, like when you make those connection ones, like kind of what you're talking about, you're like, wow, where do I go
Yeah.
from here? Because I now have like 15 years with my best friend. We met, like in a class and blah, blah, blah. So we have a relationship. But in the beginning, you're like, how do I be like, can I come over?
Yeah.
Literally,
wanna-
how do you
want to play?
do you want to
I don't
play?
feel
That's
like
really it.
maybe it's just me, but I feel like it's not. I don't consider that difficult. I think if it's like if you meet someone that like as
you're
an
a very
adult,
affable person.
but all you have to do is be like you had that really great time with that person, and you're like, fuck, I want to hang out with this person all the time. All you have to do is kind of play it the way you would with like a new relationship or something, like you were
Yeah.
saying. Is you kind of just like let it naturally
you have-
happen, and like next time, like if you really want to see that person next, you just go like, dude, there's a thing coming up. We should go. And this
Dude,
is
there's
the
a
thing.
bomb in your apartment. Get out.
Get out.
I'm here.
Dude, I'm a bomb. Like, I can defuse the bomb.
Yeah, I also think, and I agree with what you're saying, that it's like not that, it's like you just do that, like if you want to hang out, you hang out kind of thing. But it's also, there's something to even the experience of being like, oh, I want to hang out with somebody.
yeah.
That in and of itself, like you're saying, you haven't made any new friends, or you tend to not make a bunch of new friends.
Yeah, it's just because I have a higher kind of like,
Protocol.
I have a higher curriculum.
Yeah.
And it's
Than-
No, that's
it's a
I
very
get that.
Yeah.
it's
Two
a cool-
penises.
cool
Yeah.
sensation. But yeah, it's like, oh yeah, I'm like, this is what happens, and I think my guess is this will happen fewer and fewer times for the rest of my life. So it's like, oh, this is like maybe one of the last
Yeah.
times I'll like make
a
a friend.
friend.
I don't know. Is there any like research to back that up at all, or is it just
don't
kind of
know.
like
I don't-
something that?
No.
Yeah.
Not that I know of.
But I
We're,
think
we're
that-
all flailing in the wind here. Sorry, Lee.
No, I think that there is like, you're right. There's like a weird curriculum that happens like later on, because I have that weird mentality of like, I'm good. I have like 4 ride or die kind of people that are as close to me as possibly can be. And then so whenever someone new comes along that you do think like is super kind of special and something, you're like,
yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's
for
the other
me,
thing, because
like-
you have the other marriage. Like for me, I have my
Yes.
marriage, but guess who my other marriage is? It's my ride or die friends from when I grew up, who
Yeah.
you guys know, and then you guys are my newest batch of friends. So it's like they have to pass that test. They
there's
have to
such a
pass the
weird
white
thing.
test. It's very rare where
It's
it's, like
even weird-
I'm going to start a new group
Right.
with a
Yeah.
new satellite, because it's tough.
It's
Yeah.
honestly one of those things for me where it's like, because I worked at Sony for like 4 years or 5 years or whatever, and then I had all these Sony friends, and then like the second I like started the SourceFed job, it was like Sony who? Like it was like all these people like were just like I never saw them again.
Forced proximity
Workplace
relationships.
friends are super
Yeah,
interesting.
and it is one of those things too, like kind of tangentially from that point. The idea that you already have your ride or dies, and then like suddenly this like great person just happens
Yeah.
along, and you're like, oh my god, this person is my like friend's soulmate or something. It's like that person for me has to replaces someone.
really?
Like
Ooh,
someone
friendship sponge.
Yeah, it has to, because it's like I don't have time for the friends I already
No, I get
have.
that.
I
you
you
wouldn't
know?
be. Yeah, I think that there'll be not in any kind of conscious way, but I
No, and
imagine
definitely not
it'll
in
be.
a
Like a-
fast way.
Yeah.
It's a transition that's like very much like, okay, who of my friends is the most piece of shit? Like who's the one on the bottom of the rung that's like kind of not there
Right.
for you when you need them, and because everyone has
Takes
that.
more than
front.
they give.
Takes more than they give, and it's like, well, this
Yeah.
person who's amazing nothing is a perfect replacement for that.
But
friend,
and do you guys see? I have the marriage side of it where like Dell has his set of friends and they're my friends too, and then like I have my set of friends that again are my friends and that he's friends with them too. But we do the like you can't friend blend, when you're like we should go here. We can't invite those two and those two.
Yeah, different groups.
Like,
yeah.
It's different strokes for different folks. It's like a real thing where you go like, this is this group and this is this group. And
That's
this
like in
is
the holidays when both of my parents will have both of the sides of the family over, like my mom's side and my dad's side, and it's always this weird sort of like there's like a
yeah, there's like it's like a crunchy. There's a crunchy feeling. There's a crunchy
You know what I'm talking
static.
static. Yeah.
Static. It
You know,
is.
it's the holidays and you got both sides of the family over,
Well,
and
you'll
it's
do
just a
like-
little.
Maybe we should invite so and so, and you're like, I don't know. if
Yeah.
They will
Yeah.
blend with.
But will Jerry be there? Because if
because
Jerry's
if
not
Jerry's
there,
then it's like, well, and I
then,
can't make excuses for Blurb and Herb. And
Yeah.
it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's great, but she's a full moron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all have that like one or two friends or have had. I don't know where they are in your friendship sponge now, Steve, but
Get your Excel sheet out.
but like there's that one guy or girl or person that you do connect with, but it can only happen one-on-one.
Yeah.
And you
Oh,
cherish
yeah.
that. You don't
Yeah.
want to lose
Yes.
that, but
Yeah.
it's like it's just oil and water
Yeah,
with
with
everyone
everyone
else.
And let's flip this seat a little bit.
Talking about you, Earl.
What if you are that person? What if you're that person for someone
probably
else?
am.
Yeah,
I
think
know
I
I
am
am.
too.
Oh, I know I am.
Yeah.
You're the person that can't hang with the other friends. Is that what
Yeah.
you're saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what if you are? Like, you very well could
Fine.
be.
And
I'll
there's-
take it.
That's,
Yeah.
I'm with Elle on this
What,
because
more alone time? All right.
only when I've been a little bit like as in the last couple years have I kind of gotten to that point where like there are friend groups and then you see them hanging out and you're like, I'm not there, and you go, I would be bored out of my mind.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
but
Like,
that's
I
the
would be
easy
so
way.
Upset.
Uh-huh.
I would be upset that this person was full moroning and talking about whatever thing, like I've done it before where you're like, then you end up going because you feel bad because you feel like the person that was left out, and you go, oh, what a nightmare that was.
Yeah. I mean, it's just one of those things where like you end up finding out pretty quickly if you're the one.
Yeah.
By
Guys, we're
looking at
somebody's-
By
Instagram.
looking at Instagram, we're like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, we're
I know
definitely
I am.
somebody.
We're all
I'm
somebody's
positive.
Earl.
Absolutely,
I'm
we are.
positive I'm someone's
Yeah.
girl.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because you realize and you're like, oh, they're on the beach. No, they're all
So
at
the
this.
idea of
they're all
being
at
an
this.
Earl is that you're the guy who's just sort of adjacently a part of the group.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, you're a guy that's
Or
like
you're-
closer friends with one person,
Yes.
and that person doesn't feel confident to bring you into that group
Oh,
Or
yeah.
you have
yeah,
been
yeah.
a part of that group.
Or any of their
And you
or
hated
any of
it.
their groups.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
I've done it before where, I mean, it really is one of those things. And it,
No, I'm the life of the party every time.
wow.
yeah. My topic is less of kind of like a kind of like engaging topic and more of just like
Oh, great.
Yeah, let's hear your monologue.
well, as far as engaging goes, like engaging amongst us, because it's something we already. I told you guys I was going to do this one earlier because it was
Oh
just
my
something I
God,
read on Reddit that is just like fucking
Oh,
insane.
I can't wait, dude. I was thinking about this outside when I was eating my roast.
Yeah, yeah. It's not. It's particular. I mean, I guess we could kind of like.
One of those outside roasts.
We could ask each other what we like if anything like this has happened before, but I doubt it has.
Oh,
and,
Yeah, I'm
does,
really
it
excited. I'm
has.
stoked. I'm
But
stoked.
yeah, I was reading this Reddit article that just in relationship advice, r/relationship advice, and it said, I, 35 male, caught my wife, 29 female, rehearsing a speech for my funeral.
Give the username and all that. We,
Username is
That's a good thing to
Mentos all around.
That's a great one, though.
username checks out.
So basically, I'll give you the gist of it. He says, got home early and heard my wife talking to someone at the study. She sounded upset. I thought she might be talking to her mom and didn't announce myself to give her privacy. But I think I heard her say my name, so I lingered for a second. And then I heard her say, my late husband. She was giving a monologue, saying things about me like a eulogy or like she was talking about me after I died to someone who didn't know me.
Nice.
Quote, I couldn't stay in the city after my husband passed. Everything reminded me of him. I had to sell the house even though I loved it so much. We had just bought it. We just bought a house that she loves. Things like that. Details about me and our life. It was weird AF. I walked in and, hey, what's going on? Thinking she might be on the phone, but she wasn't. She got startled and said she was reading a book out loud.
God, I love it.
I think her eyes were watering, but I could be imagining things. I don't think she had a book on her. I'm not a big reader myself. Is this something people do? Read books out loud and get emotional?
No.
I asked what book it was. She said, quote, it's personal, and changed topics.
Great.
Dun dun dun.
Telling me family stuff. Is this normal? Have you ever thought about your loved ones passing away, and what would you say?
Practicing the eulogy.
Oh, we all
So
have.
that's the post, and it's like, oh, this is why I love Reddit, because Reddit has shit like this all the
I
time.
love it so much.
And I just love like
What's
searching.
what subreddit are you in again?
It's a r/relationship_advice.
hilarious that this is where this is.
I know, it's so
good.
great. And the top comment is, how much life insurance do you have?
Oh.
And then the answer from him is, we both have it, LOL, but that's not it. I'm thinking maybe a habit she is embarrassed of. Still
What,
creepy
that
though.
eulogy habit?
Everyone, yeah, she has this like, I have to say eulogies to people I love in the mirror in order to come. But yeah, there's just people are like, this isn't normal. Get a lawyer. This is crazy. Can you tell your wife to post an update after she murders you? I'd tell her the truth about what you heard and what she says, but I'm with you. This is totally creepy. And then all these people are just like freaking out. This is what you do. This is what you do. This is what you do. So there was an update.
Guys, this is gets so good. I can't wait.
Update on I caught my wife rehearsing a speech for my funeral. Here's some updates for you guys. Number 1, to clarify, I don't believe this woman is capable of murder 1.
That's nice.
Oh, he's coming in and being like, I love
He's
her.
like,
She's not a murderer.
not capable of murder.
Yes.
Good job.
But,
Good job.
like,
Let's
just
call
an
him
FYI.
Jacob.
So here's the update.
Good job, Jacob.
Everyone's capable of murder.
Here's the update. Met a buddy for lunch and told him the whole tale. He too found it morbid as fuck, but didn't see her committing first-degree murder. Asked me if I thought she could be having an affair.
Oh.
He has a history with weird stuff turning out to be a cheater, so suggested I get a PI in case
that's
of cheating.
Such classic hurt friend.
Yeah,
I
it's
know,
like,
it really
well, maybe you
is.
should check on whether she's
She's
cheating.
probably cheating.
Get a PI.
Yeah.
This hurts.
You got one of those cheater murderers
I got
on
a
your,
PI. Found out she
on
was
your
cheating.
case.
Suggested I get a PI just in case of cheating and call my lawyer in case of murder. This is real, guys. This is a real person that was like, this is what happened. I said I'd consider it, but I know my wife. She's usually pretty shy. I'm still really thinking this might be something silly that got her embarrassed. Was it any other topic? I'd have asked right away. The funeral thing just got me creeped out, and I probably would leave it alone if not for my growing curiosity. So,
/ anxiety.
Yeah.
Buddy,
/ morbid fear.
Buddy says, there's no harm in calling your lawyer just to check on the procedure to change
Hey,
beneficiaries.
there's no harm just in
Just
calling
do
your
it, man.
lawyer.
Like, what
There's
if?
no harm in calling a
Like,
lawyer
what's
and
gonna
just
happen?
PI.
finding out how to change beneficiaries on your life insurance and things like that. You know, just in case, figuratively, what if I wanted to change
She's not looking at that
beneficiaries?
stuff. You could
This
change
guy's
it and she
a
would never
total
know.
Earl. This
I'm
is an
gonna,
Earl.
yeah, this guy's an Earl for sure.
So
I'm
here's
gonna be
the
honest.
thing.
If Delman had the fortitude and the absolute journey to kill me, he can have the money. Like, if you pulled that off,
It's
take
yours.
the money, baby.
So he called a lawyer and asked him all this information and left it on some kind of message or something. And then he went along with his day, and that was fine. Then he said, when I get home that night, my wife is upset. And that is an understatement.
Did you call a lawyer about me saying a eulogy about you?
I'm quickly educated on 2 things that happened on her day. Number 1, lawyer called. He wasn't able to get a hold of me anywhere else. Was wondering what were the questions we had about changing the beneficiaries
God.
on life insurances. Wife had no idea what he was talking about. He seemed uncomfortable upon hanging up.
Oh my God.
Turns out, number 2, my buddy talked to his wife in confidence and told her everything. His wife told a couple of close friends in confidence as well. And on it went until the
Always.
gossip reached a friend of my wife's who actually knew what was happening.
So you're gonna kill your husband? You're gonna kill him?
And you didn't tell me? She called my wife and told her she should talk to me as soon as possible. She's mortified, upset, hurt, confused, embarrassed, the whole deal,
of it.
a little mad as well, maybe more than a little. She tells me she joined a community theater drama club,
Oh my God.
something, and will be playing a widow. The monologue is an acting exercise to tap into emotions, which, by the way, is something many of you told me was a possibility. So thank you. You were right. Her friend, the one who knew what was going on, was the one who convinced her it would be a good idea to help her out with her shy personality.
Oh, no.
She lied about it being a book because she too thinks it's a creepy thing to do and didn't feel like sharing at the time, since the whole drama club is something she was doing for herself, but she thought I only heard her speaking as in her voice, not what she was
Poor
saying.
Sweet woman who's just quietly
So
working on
shy.
herself.
Yeah,
and like
yeah, just
putting herself
personal,
out there.
yeah.
And behind her back, her
husband's
husband
like,
is
"I want you
running
to-"
around to lawyers and changing beneficiaries.
The whole
You know
town,
what Dude, your
wife's
wife's
gonna murder you.
The whole town thinks she's
Yeah.
a potential murderer.
This is a full-on. This is a movie. This is a full-on
like a
Clue-like
Neil Simon
movie.
play.
Yes,
Oh.
the Neil Simon play for sure.
So good.
So he asks her why she didn't tell him about the drama club. She looks at me like I have no business asking her another question for as long as we both live. Not even about the weather, but she says it is her thing, and she even made her friend promise not to mention it because she didn't want all of us at one of the plays, we're a tight bunch, until she was more comfortable on stage.
Smart.
no.
Yeah, that's exactly
Sweet.
what it would be.
I say, you could have just told me, to which she replies with something like, are you telling me that you can keep something private that happens in our household to yourself without bringing all of our friends into
Oh,
it?
you just didn't.
He's in
You
trouble.
just
There's no
didn't.
answer. But
Okay,
don't answer.
well,
Don't answer.
just
There's,
didn't do it.
there's no right answer.
After the latest events, I don't have an answer for that.
Yeah.
But I'm still missing a piece of the puzzle.
No, the answer is I'm sorry. I thought you were gonna kill me.
Guys, there's a piece of the puzzle here that we have not talked about, and it is that he went looking through her browser history
Oh no.
Because he was scared she was going to kill him.
Yeah, still that's a breach.
Oh,
of
yeah.
trust.
because he was
That's a big old
afraid
breach
she
of
was
trust.
going to kill him.
Sure.
And thought maybe he could find something in her browser history.
Yeah.
So he looked through her history. Hey, not snooping, but details won't matter. And she's shopping for wedding dresses.
Dun, dun, dun.
Why is she shopping for wedding dresses?
Dun dun.
And she was
Done?
also shopping for something I wanted for ages, so I guess that's cute.
Oh my
This
God.
guy is the funniest storyteller.
really good,
because
yeah.
he also doesn't realize he's being funny.
Yeah.
He's being very matter of fact.
Here's
and
the thing.
Everybody in the room is cracking up.
So that's nice. You know?
That she wants to get me something nice before whatever it is that's going on. Meeting a buddy for lunch, he knows her, so I'll run this by him. So that was before that. So here's the next part. Even after she answered all of these things about what she was doing with a drama class or whatever, the missing piece of the puzzle was the wedding dress. So he asks, what about the wedding dress? This is when I realized this part of the story didn't reach her yet. She asks me, what? And I have the pleasure of telling my wife I went through her personal computer.
God.
Now she is homicidal. Grabs me by my shirt, drags me up to our closet, and shows me the wedding dress in the making for the play. It is amateur theater, so they have more than one job, and she's also helping with the costumes,
Oh my God.
wardrobe, whatever it's called. She was looking online for cheap dresses or for styling ideas to make it herself. She's
Oh
quite
my
skilled in making clothes and such. And
He's
the search
complimenting her throughout this
I
story.
know.
It's very sweet.
And the search history did say old or vintage wedding dress. She also
Oh my
shows
God.
me nun's clothes and has a pirate's outfit in her closet and asked me if that means she is attacking the British.
I think I love this couple.
By now, I am just wondering what the fuck is this play about? A bride, a pirate, and a nun. Who the fuck is writing this shit? But I'm guessing I shouldn't be talking anymore. She's pissed that I would think she is capable of murder enough to call our lawyer.
Oh my God.
That I told all our friends about her embarrassing
Yep,
monologue.
Yeah.
And went through her personal computer. Not to
I
mention ruining the drama club she was enjoying.
Oh no, that's the worst part.
And now is the subject of a freaking podcast
I know.
going
Yeah.
out to an even bigger circle of people.
I love the too long didn't read, though. Here's the too long didn't read. Wife was practicing my eulogy. Turns out it was a play. I got to sleep on the couch and am currently hoping she won't file for divorce.
You know what else is interesting, guys? How about an investing app that lets you buy and sell stocks? I'm talking about Robinhood, guys. All
Yeah.
right, it's an investing app that lets you buy and sell stocks, ETFs, options, and get this, cryptos, all commission free. But crypto is short for cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
In case you're new to the lingo, they strive to make they strive to make financial services work for everyone, not just the wealthy. Okay, and there's this is a non-intimidating way for stock market newcomers to invest for the first time with true confidence. Are you laughing at my messing up every other word? I apologize. Listen, I love Robinhood. It's very cool. And it works really well, and it's beautiful, and it's simple and intuitive, and it has a clear design with data presented in an easy-to-digest way. I almost did it again.
You did it. You did
I'm
do
adding syllables.
it. It is a slick app. I will give it that.
It's a beautiful app, yeah.
It is.
Here's the deal, guys. Robinhood is for if you're wanting to get into investing and you don't know how. I personally have always wanted to, and I've never taken the effort or thought that it was anything I could understand easily. Robinhood has personally, for me, changed all that, and I love checking it every day. It's fun. It's like a neat thing to do. There's no commission fees. Other brokerages charge up to $10 for every trade, but get this, Robinhood doesn't charge commission fees. You trade stocks and keep all your profits. So congrats on that. Super easy to understand charts and market data. There's a web platform that lets you view stock collections, like 100 most popular sectors, like entertainment and social media, and curated categories like female CEOs, in case you're wanting to like find companies that like stand for what you stand for. And analyst ratings of buy, hold, sell for every single stock, which is pretty cool. I did the crypto thing. I bought some crypto.
Oh, you did it? You cryptoed up?
Yeah, so did I.
About $10 worth. Yeah. Didn't. Some of the other ones did better. And here's the deal. The fun thing is you can learn by actually just doing it and seeing what works and what doesn't work, and you can discover new stocks and track favorite companies. So here's what we would love if you guys could do, because you're gonna want to do this. Robinhood is giving our listeners of the Valleycast a free stock. Okay, that's a free stock.
That's pretty cool.
It's really fun.
It's so cool. The way they do it, it's like a scratch-off ticket. You could get Apple, Ford, Sprint. I got some GoPro stock. And all this will help build your portfolio. And here's what you're going to want to do. You're going to want to sign up at valley.robinhood.com. That's valley.robinhood.com. Helps us help you make money. Have fun.
A little forced housekeeping right now.
Oh, okay, I'm
Steve,
ready.
you weren't here for this, but you might have. You might know about it if you listen to the Valleycast.
I certainly don't.
It's a
but I'd love
top
to
tier
hear about
podcast.
it.
You should do so.
Yeah.
Gus,
I just can't find the time, Joe.
Gus just sent me a screenshot of an email. Gus was on our podcast. Gus Johnson.
Oh,
last
Gus
week.
sent you an email.
A screenshot of an email he just got that says, "Sweater.
Okay.
Hey, I can get you that sweater you were talking about on the Valleycast if you want." We talked for 20 minutes about Gus trying to get the dude's sweater. What's it called,
Pendleton
Lee?
sweater.
A
The Pendleton sweater
From Big Lebowski?
Yeah, he's been on like a year's journey, like multiple
Oh,
years
and someone
journey
said
to
I
get
could
it.
get you that
Yeah.
jacket.
I'm very happy. for
Like
him.
a replica of it or the
I think
actual
someone's
brand?
well, the actual brand.
Oh.
It's like a brand of
Apparently, he tried to buy one from a woman in a thrift store off of her for like $50, and she was like, "This is creepy" or whatever. It's very funny.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's on our
before
last
she-
episode,
Yeah,
folks. Give it a
before
listen.
she had bought it.
Yeah, he was like, "Give me that, I'll buy it." She's
Was
like,
it like exactly it? Or
It was
just
exactly,
close?
but she didn't even like it for the reason. She was like, "It's for an office ugly Christmas party
Oh
sweater," and
my
he was like,
God.
"No."
I'll give you $50.
And
Yeah.
she
was-
tried.
yeah.
He tried.
On a sweater she did not buy yet.
Yeah.
I will give you $50 to hand that to
You
me.
got
Did he
Yeah.
really offer her like a bunch of
Yeah,
money?
he did.
Yeah,
And what did she
$50.
say?
No.
I'm creeped out. Or
Oh, wow.
I don't feel comfortable with this. Is apparently what she said. Yeah. So
don't
now
like
we're just
that.
repeating
Oh,
somebody
that's
else's
so
stories
weird.
on the podcast. But anyway, yeah, you should listen
That
to this. 'cause
half
it's really
of these
fun.
people have probably heard already, or
Yeah,
more?
exactly. Oh, yeah.
That woman
So
was
much.
like, "I don't like transactions. Excuse me, I need to buy this."
I don't like transactions. I don't like exchanging
I
goods
don't
and
like
services.
exchanging
Excuse me, I'm going to
goods.
buy this good.
Okay, guys, I'll go.
Please get
Is
out
it
of
my
line.
turn?
I'm now
Is
in
it my
line.
turn? Is it
Yeah,
my
Joe,
turn?
get in there, baby girl.
Yeah.
There was a little bit of foreshadowing on the last podcast at the end because I did not talk about what I want to talk about, but I
here
ended
we
it.
go.
Oh, this is
Hey,
a good
I'm
one.
angry and I want to talk about this. I will say
Ooh.
since then my anger has subsided a little bit, but I'm still.
I'm not.
But
I'm still upset
But it's
with
still
you.
very annoying. So a little bit of backstory is that it was my daughter's birthday recently.
Happy
and
birthday, Hayden.
She is old enough to be having sleepovers, and that's kind of the thing she wants.
22.
So she's inviting a bunch of her
22.
22, a bunch of her grade school.
Wait, how old is she? You should give context a little.
She's
11, right?
So she's
Yeah.
been inviting a lot of her grade school friends over, and that's the age when the family is fine, and there's a part of your birthday that you want them around, but it's more about the friends, right? And I get that. I'm like, yeah, let's have a sleepover. Let's do it. That's awesome. Invite as many people as you want, and she does. And then we swiftly get notified that multiple people. This isn't just a singular person who doesn't listen to this podcast. There's no way. So I shouldn't feel bad about accidentally calling you out. But
No,
I'm
you
not.
shouldn't feel bad about calling him out. Period.
But there's
Keep going.
multiple people that asked if a male, myself, would be in the house during this sleepover, and we're like, well, it's where I live, and it's my daughter's sleepover, and I want to be part of her life, so yeah, we'll be here. And they're like, well, then our kids can't go because you are there, and also my 5-year-old son would be there, who's also a male.
This is the future liberals want.
So, and now let me also preface that with this is not a request. This isn't the first time this request has come my way, and I've seen a lot of this happening.
Where you just like they don't want a male present.
So basically,
period.
In order for my
so
daughter
crazy.
to have the friends that she wants over for her birthday, I have to leave the house for that evening with my son and be ostracized from that memory, so that she can have her memory. Now, at first I'm like, I get it, I'm empathetic, I understand, and then I swiftly went to livid, and I was very angry about it, and I talked to my wife about it a lot, to the point where she was like, it wasn't me. You need to stop talking to me about this, because it feels like you're attacking me. I'm like, I'm not, but I need to talk about it.
Yeah.
Please tell me you confronted this person.
Yeah.
I did not. I didn't, because look, I could have confronted them, but they wouldn't have solved anything, one, and two, I don't know why. And in the worst case scenario, the reasons for why they feel that way are very
Personal
understandable
experiences.
to me.
Yeah.
And I don't want to attack them based on that. So I get that.
That's
now,
very nice.
do I think they should have at least talked to me
Yes.
about
Yeah.
it first? Do I wish that they would meet me and try to come to an understanding with me first? 100%.
Yeah, because this is a problem that is now becoming a problem for your daughter and her friends.
Well, and also I don't like
not just between you and your family.
Yeah, and I don't like the narrative that it creates. One for young women, period. I don't like that being like I went over to so and so's house and her dad wasn't there because he couldn't be there. It's like, to me, that kind of instills, literally as a woman, that instills such a fear thing in there. It makes me go, be afraid of men, period.
Well, yeah,
regardless
men
of
just need to be better.
Yeah, I mean, it's like men do need to be better, period. But also the weird thing of now, if you have that issue, meet with the person, talk to the person. If you still feel that way because of your gut or because your past experiences or whatever,
you could definitely
then continue.
have
but
dinner and just say look,
I
this is
feel
going to
like
be
it's
weird or whatever, but our daughters want to sleep over together, and I just don't feel comfortable with
Especially
another
when-
man in the house.
Well, and especially when you know, you're a parent too, so you know how special that memory is going to be for you to experience the little screams at 2 a.m. when they're going, hee hee hee, mama. That's so cute. That's so sweet. I remember my dad having a sleepover, and we had a weird shed outside, and we had a sleepover out there. It was a really huge deal because I wasn't in the house.
See, that's the type of
God.
dad that should not be around little girls. The shed dad? The
Shed dad.
I
Hey!
just
I
The
think
shed
that's what I'm
was
saying.
dope.
Everyone got his shed that got
Everyone had a shed.
I really
right?
wanted
Everyone
to-
had a shed.
I
No,
wanted you to
no one
say
had
so
a shed.
badly. I wanted you to be like, look, this is fucked up. I remember my dad coming in and masturbating in front of all of my friends, and it was fine.
I'm fine. No, but
I'm fine and they're fine.
I remember literally him coming out and making scary noises and us all getting scared and then being bursting in, and it was so funny, and it was so, and they're like, ha, ha, ha.
Yeah,
I
I'm a
remember
fun
that.
guy.
Does
But-
that mean they can't be at school all day with men around either?
I can't speak for them.
I mean, I know. It's just, and it is just frustrating, and I understand your frustrations. I understand both sides of it. I think we
Yeah,
all
me
do.
too. Which is
I do
why.
too.
But it's really one of those things.
I get the idea of the other side, but I'm not on board with the that's fair. I do.
I'm
think
I'm not
the
on board
bullshit
with it
meter-
being fair either.
Oops, sorry.
I think it's only fair if it had been done respectfully.
That's the thing
It
is
was not
respect
done
that person,
respectfully.
respect his memories. Also, my thing is, if you have that conviction and you're ready to just put that out there and do that, then tell the person. Tell him that he has it. Meet him with him
Yeah,
and say,
yeah, yeah.
hey,
And to me,
just
sorry,
it's
go.
no, but just meet with that person and then say, here's my reasons why, because you are robbing that person of that memory. So if it is a reason in which that it's justified, let him know. Or if you still have that conviction, it's fine. But to do the weird behind closed I just don't want it. It's well, it's fear mongering. It's a fear echo society type of thing where you're just going. Oh no, did it quit?
No, we're good.
Okay.
It's also not. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Lee.
No, it's just I just think it's one of those where you're you're a parent, so you have to have you have to have that empathy bone of this is what I'm taking away from that person. Don't immediately put him as a bad male. Meet
Not
with
even
him.
just you. I mean, it's your son. Even if
It's your
you were
son,
gone, they still
too.
didn't want your
There's
5-year-old
a
son. there.
vilification of the male gender
That's
that I
exactly
don't like
it.
out of it, and for many reasons. One, because I'm a male, and yes, there's some crazy things that have happened, but I know multiple people I know multiple people in the past when, if you're thinking of the worst thing another human being can do to another, that was done by a female to them. Like it's both sides of the coin. And yes, I realize that men have typically done it more in the past. There's just like I feel like you're building in a fear and a mistrust.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
But I also get when you say as a parent you have to have an empathy bone. But first and foremost, as a parent, you also have to protect your children, and this is how they feel like they have to do it. I
just think it's one of those, like, to loop it in with everything. I think, one, it's a horrible thing to do to young women to, like, literally put that fear in them, because just an FYI, for anyone out there that's wondering, that fear is instilled from day one. From day one, as a woman, you're walking around with that fear. And society only really builds on that fear. And that's not to say that it's not 100% justified. But to continuously, like, take those opportunities where it could be a good person in their life, where it could be a good example in their life, that's what really makes me sad.
Yeah, even if even if they sheltered their kid from the scenario that has created this, like, situation, it seems like even if there's not a fear, even if they're just like there's still a message that gets sent by absence that may not have any kind of predatory connotation at all, but it's still Joe the dad, Hayden's dad, is not a part of this thing.
Yeah.
And that is I think a bad situation when you're a very impressionable kid.
And just to see, like, you have friends whose dads love them and are funny and goofy and, like, really care about them. I think that's so important. I had close, like, family friends. One of my closest, he passed away last year, but, like, he was a second father to me, and it was my best friend's dad. And he honestly, like, when he passed, it wrecked me, but because I have all these memories with him of, like, he carried me through so many elements of my life. He carried me.
I think that this is also one of those things too that, like, you hear about it and it sounds like it came out of a Huffington Post article.
Yes.
Like, it's so very Los Angeles-y and so very, like, I don't know. Like, I just think I know that I can be, like, Mr. Conservative comparatively, but, like, this is the kind of thing that it's like, this is why a lot of people on the other side laugh at us. And I think that it's like we'll sit here and be like, them like hillbilly rednecks or whatever, they don't know what they're doing. But at the same time, they're looking at us going, no, I know a guy who wasn't allowed to go to his own daughter's sleepover.
He wasn't allowed to be home.
Yeah, and he wasn't allowed to leave his son, his 5-year-old son. That's the kind of thing that's like, no,
that's too far.
Yeah, this is the other side, and it's bullshit, man. I think you have a very mature outlook on it, but I'm not there with you.
Yeah, look, I have
maturity-wise.
Well, I was just gonna say, at that point, if it's you who has the hang up about there being a male presence in the house where your daughter's having a sleepover, then it's kind of your responsibility to kind of just let your daughter know that, like, you're just not going to go to sleepovers.
Yes.
Or at least not this one.
Like, if you have to suffer that consequence.
You have to be the bad guy.
Yes.
Not because in this situation, Hayden and her friend are the ones that will suffer from it.
Yeah.
And they're not going to understand why, and they're just going to look at their parents like assholes for not letting their friends stay the night.
And to be fair, I mean, again, I'm going to keep being the diplomat in this, even though I'm the one being affected. I can't say whether or not they don't have those conversations, and maybe they do have an understanding in that household. The daughter just might know she doesn't get to do that unless these certain variables happen, and that's fine. I get that, and also
it's not fine.
There wasn't.
It's okay for things to just not be fine.
Yeah, and also, I'll tell you about my emotional arc here in a second. But I also think I hope I didn't present it as they were like, "You leave or it doesn't happen."
Yeah.
I
no,
mean, she
but at the same
respectfully
time,
talked to my wife and
again,
there's things that I get about it, but that doesn't mean I can't be annoyed. So my emotional arc was like, okay, I understand. It's probably from I'm really pissed off. I can't be there. This is bullshit. What the hell's wrong with the world? And now I'm just kind of in a to each their own, but I'm a little annoyed by it point of view.
All right.
Hit us up with
are
that.
you ready for another
Let's do it,
sponsor,
baby.
everyone?
Please.
I was born ready.
Born ready. Okay. Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Guys.
Hey.
Lee.
Nobody wants to feel like they're overpaying when they're shopping online, okay? But you know there's always an easy way to get the lowest price. It's called Honey.
Ooh, honey.
We've used Honey. Many of us have used Honey.
Love it.
Here. We love it.
Love it.
Love it.
Love Honey.
Honey, it's a free shopping tool that automatically saves you money by searching the internet for the best promo codes whenever you're shopping online. It's a really cute little guy. You're going online. You
dancing
add up
coin
your
guy.
cart, and he just sits there and he's like, hee hee, I have money for you to save. Steve. Okay, that means that you can get the best deals without even trying at all on favorite places like Amazon, eBay, Forever 21, Walmart, Etsy, J.Crew, Sephora, and more. In fact, this is a big in fact, Honey has already saved listeners of this podcast an average of $31.83.
Valleyfolk.
Wow,
Valleyfolk.
low.
That's
Those are
Valleyfolk.
some good
Our
numbers.
audience has saved
Our
$30.
audience has saved an average of $31.83. It's the truth. The other day, I was buying office chairs, and it saved me hundreds of dollars.
It's insane.
Honey saved me hundreds.
It's
like
the
full
best.
on
You gotta show
hundreds
me
of
how to
dollars.
use this.
I
Do you
will.
know what the best
It is
part
a
about it
full
is?
game changer.
You forget that you put it on
Oh,
your
yes,
browser,
yeah.
and then out of nowhere, it's like, hey,
Hey.
baby, Honey here, saved you some cash.
So no, Honey is super amazing. Again, it saved me like hundreds of dollars. The other thing that Honey does, and this isn't a promo necessarily, is it will tell you got the best deal. Like it'll search the internet for a code, and if no one doesn't come up, it's like, hey girl, you don't need to have buyer's remorse. You got the best deal, so you can feel good about that purchase. It's just a real treasure. It really is. Honey does it all for you. It always applies the biggest discount right at checkout. And Honey has over 10 million members and over 100,000 5-star reviews. That's insane.
That's insane, guys.
It's insane. Okay, so as I hit the microphone,
Honey just saved us $4 on that sound effect that we made.
it did. That was $4
And on that
on that
future
sound effect.
microphone
I was
stand
like,
we're gonna have
hey,
to buy.
girl. I know. There is no reason not to add Honey to your browser today. Get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/Valleycast. That's 2 words. joinhoney.com/.
Okay, start over. Do it one more time. 2 words.
2 words. That's 2 words. joinhoney.com/Valleycast. Honey is the easiest way to save you money while shopping online.
Do it.
Do it.
Definitely do it, guys. It's so good.
I'm sorry, you blasted ass.
You blasted ass?
He it cricked over here. It was like, bang.
It's a lot.
I have a topic.
Yeah,
I have one. Elliot's already
we're
heard the
at
story.
an
hour and 11 minutes
I know.
on this
I'm going to
one.
go quick with this.
No, you don't have to. I'm just
I know.
saying.
This is good.
Yeah.
The one I wanted to,
Who's
I'll dive
editing this
into
one, by the
next
way?
week, Caitlin,
Okay, I'll
our
send her
baby
this,
Caitlin.
This info.
The one I wanted to dive into, I'm going to dive in next week because I think we can all do real well on it and go deep on it.
A deep dive? You want
deep
to do a deep dive? You want to do
This
a
one
deep
is just
dive?
a real
Deep
quick
dive?
little story that I saw, and Ellie had already heard this, so apologies, Elle. I was in Target the other day. I don't know if
You're
you've heard of it.
forgiven.
It's my favorite place in the whole world.
Target?
Sometimes I will just buy a Diet Coke and just zone out for 4 hours.
Target's great.
It's just the best.
You guys are so weird.
Okay.
You don't like
Okay.
Target?
Grow up.
My family, like, they all want to go to Target all the time.
I love
it.
Target.
I
Do you not like Target,
love
Elliot?
Target.
I would rather not go into
It's
one.
not a pastime.
Oh,
But here we go,
wow. I
Elliot.
would just be like, I'll be
Me-
on a, you
oh,
know what?
it's you
It'll
and
be
I,
a
baby.
nice,
Ew,
cozy
I love
Saturday.
it. Oh,
It'll be
let's
like
do it.
1 o'clock in the
Let's get
afternoon.
some cozy
They're like,
outfits.
Let's fucking go to
Grab a drink, a
Let's
little
go to Target.
something to eat. Let's go to Target for
We'll get a
5.5 hours.
Starbucks.
Oh,
A
You go,
Starbucks.
listen, honey, I'll see you. Kiss, you do your thing. I'll
Bye.
see you in like an
I'll
hour.
catch up with you. I'll show
Yeah.
you everything I got.
Text me when you need me.
Oh,
Yeah.
I bought you this shirt. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
I got it.
Check
Do you
this
want to
out.
try it on?
Look at this. Look at this little glass like narwhal that I found.
I love it. Let's
Don't
get
you
it.
love it?
I love
Okay,
it.
great.
Ugh. It's
How
my
fun is
dream.
that?
I'm not going to lie. You kind of sold me on it.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
That sounds really nice.
It's so
nice.
wonderful.
We have a really good
Oh,
time.
guess
it's
what?
just it's loneliness.
You don't have to spend.
That's what that was.
Wait, you've never been with a friend to Target? That's fun too.
No.
My wife goes
Kimberly
on.
and I do it all the time.
Really?
My wife
Kimberly
goes
and
on
I-
dates to Target with her friends.
Oh my
I
God.
go with my
We do
friends to
too. I go with
Target.
my friends
Should
to
I
Target.
invite?
Yes! That's it. That's it. That's it.
Should I do it right
But how
now?
about this? How
Do
about
it
this?
right now. See what
Hold
happens.
on.
See what
Pro
happens.
move.
See what
Elliot.
Hey, you want to go to
Elliot,
Target with me?
Pro move.
Oh, hold on. Ooh, fuck.
Don't say Target. Say, would you like to go to, and do this beforehand, look for a mall with a Target connected to it. I'm going shopping.
So smart.
You want to come? What do you mean, no?
No. This
Are you kidding me?
This experiment
No,
is
'cause
about
one
Target,
time-
not a
hold on.
mall.
No,
Oh,
no.
no.
Not
Because it
other
gives you so
shopping
many options.
It
What
does
if your
give you
friend doesn't
options.
want to go to Target?
That's the point.
But that's what
Who
you
wants
wanna
to
find
go to
someone that-
Target?
I go. Me and my best friend will go
A
to
friend of
Target
mine's gonna wanna go to
constantly.
Target.
In fact, here's the thing: there was one time where there was like a pre-sale thing, and it was a 2 a.m. sale, and guess who was there? Me and my best friend. Literally
And
2
my wife.
a.m. and we were just like, yeah.
That sounds pretty
let's
fun.
go." It was a full blast.
Sometimes I like to
man.
go grocery shopping at midnight. That's
Yes,
really fun.
I love that too.
Oh,
I go to,
Oh,
dude.
love
I'll go
that.
to Target at 11:45.
Me too.
I don't even give
I
a
don't give a
fuck.
shit. I
I'll
will
go.
go.
I'll
It
be
is-
like, you know what? I'll put on some slippers and some
One of my
sweatpants.
favorite memories
I
of all
want
time
Pop-Tarts.
is that I was crampy and I wanted to go to Target. Dylan pushed me in the cart the whole time.
Yeah.
No,
It
that's
was
fun.
really sweet.
That's
And
very
then-
sweet.
And
It
then
was
you
a
like,
really-
oh man, you
I
go
had
into
a great
the
time.
sales section. You go into like the what do they call it? The clearance. Oh my
Yeah.
god,
It's a
you
full.
find
Okay.
some gold in there.
Just
Real quick, before you go on, because we totally hijacked hijacked whatever you're getting into about
Oh, okay.
Target.
I got
Let me
something to
be
say
clear.
about Ralph's when we're
Just
done.
let me be clear. I think it's a wonderful shopping destination.
You don't have to be so diplomatic on everything.
This is not
though.
diplomatic. I like Target to shop there, but to go there for fun or
It
for a
is- nope,
pastime
I
with your
totally
free
get it.
time
Yeah, I
is
do it.
madness.
I totally.
No, you're
Also,
out of your
here's the
mind.
thing. You guys
So
know
it sounds
this
like
about
maybe your
me.
daughter should have a sleepover in
Yeah, I
Target.
think so.
Wait,
Maybe your friends
you're
will be
saying-
safe
you-
there.
be there.
No
I won't be
hyperbole.
there.
No hyperbole. You think it's madness. You think that's insane to
don't
want to
think
go
it's
with a friend to
insane.
That's
Target.
just not what I want to do with my friends, I guess.
Dude,
I don't
it's
know.
like,
or
let's-
like
Okay.
my free time to go to Target.
Dude, are you kidding me? Listen to
mad
this.
zone.
Let me paint you a picture here. You and your friend are having a
Yeah.
great night. You just went to see a movie or
Oh,
something.
I love that movie. It
You're
was
having
good.
a great
I
time.
had a
Oh my
great
god, it's
time.
so funny.
So
You guys,
sweet.
you're laughing because you're already in a funny
I'm so sorry.
mood.
I need a few things. I need
Oh, where are you going?
paper towels. I was gonna go to Target.
Oh my god, I also need to get some underwear and socks. Let's
Wait,
go to
they
Target.
have an entire new line that's actually would look really cute
Are you
on
serious?
Yeah,
Let's
you
go
should
to
try it on.
Target.
I'll let you know
Okay.
whether or not it's good or not.
We've set the scene. Now you're at Target, okay?
Well, you're going for shopping.
Here's the deal. You're at Target. You're walking through aisles. All of a sudden, you're seeing funny things
Oh,
and you're
this is
making
so
jokes.
funny. You're making
Hilarious
funny jokes.
Not only
Target.
that, you're hearing
You
there's a
gotta get
guy.
these taco
look at
socks.
this guy really
my
quick.
God.
Look at this guy's hair.
No.
Don't
wait,
look.
no,
Don't
wait.
look. Don't look.
Okay.
Okay. Now
11
look.
o'clock. 11 o'clock.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my God, who is he? Sia?
Yeah, I love it. So that's what I'm saying, man. You miss out on so many fun opportunities.
Here's
like
what I
that.
do.
Here's the
I
thing.
ordered a
Wait.
piece of art for pickup at Target, the store. So I went into customer service,
Yeah.
and they were like, here it is. And I go, do I get a receipt? And they're like, we emailed it to you. And I walked out with my single item and didn't peruse anything.
What are you,
I got
nuts?
in, got out, got what I wanted, got what I bought, and said,
Boring,
have a great
boring,
day, Target.
boring.
And I
then
hung
you
it up,
would have been
and I
so
felt
surprised.
great.
But and then if you were there, you would have been like, oh my God, I could have gotten this lamp that meshed with it and this beautiful
money.
scented candle.
yeah.
More money.
Sure.
Anyways,
Okay.
sure,
Well, if
whatever.
money is the
You know
is the
what? That's
case,
not-
you
know
can
what?
still go have
Wow.
a good
If you were
time.
just
Hot button
listen
there.
to me.
Both of them. That was like a.
Listen,
Did
if
you
you
see
just
that?
Hold
listen
on.
to
If we're
me.
talking about money,
Both of them at the same time.
Guess
No,
what?
you're
If we're
not.
talking
It's just
about money
because you're
here,
being, it's such
Right.
a utilitarian. Boof.
I know. And
I'm talking about a good
here's
time.
the thing: you don't have to
Talking about a
spend money
good
to have a
time.
good time at Target.
The 3 keys of investment. Okay, you invest in savings, you invest in fun, and you invest in gifts for people. That's the key. Okay,
Absolutely.
How do you invest in saving? That just means you don't spend.
Well, just but savings, but also remember, fun is also an investment because you have one life and you have one life to live, and then gifts because
Spend
that's how
it
you
at
want to do.
Target.
Not only
Okay.
that, what about getting up on the latest clothing trends that have
Thank
made its
you.
way to
Also,
Target at that point?
There is a thing. Goodfellows is a brand, and I've told you this multiple times.
I
Goodfellow
wear-
has
I
a
love-
brand that
yeah.
it is tailor made.
I like
for
Target.
A beanstalk
Yeah,
like
I
you.
appreciate the things.
I have
that spend.
Marona. I have
not.
Marona shorts. I have Marona jackets.
Thank
I have
you.
Marona
Oh,
shirts.
Marona's
Thank you,
great.
Thank you. All right.
Marona's
Wait.
great. That's
So,
a Target brand.
Real quick, I was in Target.
This woman died.
Okay.
Some dark
I was
turn.
in Target. There was this guy, and he had a bunch, like a huge thing of roses. Like I would say, a couple dozen roses.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's a
And
lot
he
of
was
roses.
hiding behind this like clothing area.
Yeah, this is great, guys.
He was hiding behind this little clothing area, and he was like, and I was like, oh my God, this guy's gonna try and surprise this girl. Like this is obvious that there's someone in this Target that he's trying to surprise. He's going to surprise this person.
Things
So
that-
naturally, I have to follow him. Like that's something I want to see. This
Phone
is
out?
this is shit.
This is a
no,
Target in Portland,
this is
wasn't
shit that you want to see, right? Like this is like you watch YouTube videos
Yeah,
of
yeah.
people that do this. So I was like, okay. So then he's like sneaking. He's like in the underwear section. He's sneaking. I'm also sneaking on the other side, being like, oh my God, what's he gonna do?
Oh, look at these underwear.
Right? So then he's sneaking. He goes into like the baby aisle where it's like, baby wipes and stuff.
That
And
aisle
he's like-
scares me.
It scares me as well. But literally, he's like right there, and then I see this girl, and she's behind, like her back's to him, and he taps her. I'm like, oh my God, this is it. He taps her on the back, and he's like, hey, and she goes, Jeremy, what the fuck are you doing here?
Oh no! Oh no!
And he's like, and she's like, what? Like, and then she goes into full beast mode, and she's literally like, when are you gonna get it in your head? When are you? This is not one of those times. This is not it. This
Wait,
is
so he
when
like
you-
found her
he
in Target?
Found her in Target.
That's the other thing. Don't Instagram or Snapchat when you're in Target. They'll know.
They'll know.
where to find you.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't like it.
They'll know where. I mean, no. I'm just saying someone will
Someone will.
locate
If you're
you.
looking to
They'll
see,
know
they
which
know
Target.
which
Yeah,
Target,
exactly.
yeah. I get
Oh,
that.
got
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
But so it was. I thought it was gonna be one of
Post
the
your
most-
stuff after you visited Target.
Got you.
Oh, there
That
it is.
they,
That
not the
they.
other they.
No,
I
no,
get
no,
it.
no.
The big A.
The big they.
They.
Oh my.
So what did Jeremy
So
do?
I don't know. I don't know what Jeremy did. I have to be honest. I got very uncomfortable.
I was gonna say, did you squeal when
Because I
that
also
happened?
was literally like,
Oh.
I was pretty close, and it was one of those where I couldn't. Like, I ended up buying baby wipes, guys. 'Cause
Yeah.
I, like,
Baby wipes is great for
it's
after
just really
sex.
great.
Yeah.
Well, or just butts. But they're great
after
for
sex.
everything. We do camping, and it's just like that's a full bath.
I
Right
eat
there.
'em.
Yeah. You
yeah,
sure
Joe
can.
eats them.
Yeah, they're fine.
They're fine.
Yeah.
But it was. I literally was like. Okay. Like, I was like looking anywhere but what it was, because Jeremy couldn't get 2 words in. She was pissed he was there. She
Employee
didn't give a
or
shit.
shopper? Was she a shopper?
She was a shopper.
Oh my
She was a
God.
shopper. But also he literally
baby
handed
aisle?
her in the baby aisle.
Oh,
He
man.
handed her flowers. She handed them right back to him. She
he
literally
handed her flowers. She handed him heartbreak.
A restraining order.
She was so mad, and I I was so close to the situation that I thought I was gonna be like, oh, and I was like,
Here I go. Yeah.
You just fall to the ground and roll away.
And wet wipes and
wet
pacifiers and
wipes,
love is dead.
Sure, okay. And it was one of those situations where I really thought was going to be very beautiful.
That's
and it
so
was
funny.
Also, it was significantly better than what it should have been, because it was just like,
Yeah.
when are you going to get in your dumb fucking head,
Yeah.
Jeremy?
So are you asking if there's anything we've noticed in a store
Have
like
you
that?
ever- yeah,
Have you ever
I mean,
happened
has
upon
that
something
ever-
like that in a
There was
store?
another item that happened that one time, and Dylan and I still can't forget it, is that there was in a bookstore, this couple was fighting hard, and she was sitting there and she's reading her book, and he's literally hovering over her, and he goes, "Are you done?" She goes, "I'll let you know when I'm done." He's like, "Well, that store's closing." And she's like, "I will let you know when I'm done reading this book." Well, I'm just gonna go. And she's like, "Where are you gonna go?" And it was like such an aggressive thing that Dylan and I were
Oh,
like,
Jeremy.
Can we get
Everybody's a Jeremy.
I
make me
was
sad.
at the Austin International Airport, and just recently as I was flying from Austin back to LA, and there was someone in the what was that name drop?
It was like a weird brag alert that you just had.
Yeah.
I was
love
in the
that.
Austin airport.
Yeah.
And there was
yeah.
there was like a sandwich place where I was ordering like a breakfast sandwich from, and there was this couple. So the way you order your food is from this automated machine. You just pick what you want, and then the order comes out. It's very easy. And this man was like in line, like pressing all these buttons, and there was a woman behind him going like, why is this taking forever? Earl, figure it out. I'm trying to. And he's just like, I'm trying,
Oh, it
honey, I'm
sucks.
trying.
Oh,
and
baby.
then this guy's like, I don't know what I did wrong. And she's like, what did you do? And then this worker comes over and she's like, I'll help you out. What's going on here? And then the wife is like, oh, great. Now we've got a worker here. It's going to take forever now. And she's like, the worker was like, I heard you, ma'am. I heard you.
Oh, I love that
Oh,
one.
yeah.
nice.
And I was like, oh, shit.
Good for you,
I was like, this is
worker.
crazy. And then so she figured it out or whatever. And so I'm waiting for my order. And from across the way, I hear her go, if my sandwich has jalapeno bread, I'm going to raise hell. And she's just like staring at her husband. And so he goes over there with his receipt and he walks over and he's
poor
like,
Angel.
just let me make sure this doesn't have jalapeno bread. It was like the saddest shit ever.
When are you gonna get it through your head? When are you gonna get it through your head?
Guys,
Oh,
this
I
is
love
a
it.
lot of
I'm sorry.
unhappy stuff that we're having a lot of fun talking about. This
Oh,
podcast.
yeah.
Like really dark,
like
unhappy stuff.
that's someone's hell.
That's
I
someone's
witnessed.
current existence.
It's been that.
That's someone's
it's been
existence,
the
yeah.
roses. It's
been a lot of
Friggin'
things.
Joe
Joe.
getting
I know.
cut
kicked
out
out.
and everything. Me being like,
But
I don't
hey,
think I'm going to make any more friends for the
You
rest
got
of
a
my
new
life.
friend. No, you got a
This
new
guy who
friend.
ruined
Yeah.
his marriage by thinking
Yeah.
his
Oh my
wife was going
God.
to murder him.
You're welcome, everyone. This is what
was
happens
good.
when all 4 of us get together that you want so bad.
All right. Well, so this goes up after Toronto, but if you were
Yeah.
in Toronto, thanks for coming. It
Yeah.
was really great to see you, which means you also saw the premiere of our new sketch, The Songs in the Key of TV.
In
which is
Toronto.
in Toronto.
Yeah.
Which means, actually, this
and
is
it
kind
goes
of a
up next
reveal.
week,
Yeah,
too.
it goes up
Yeah.
next week. So you'll see it too. Everyone at Buffer got to see it first, but
Yep.
it's really funny. It's all of us together doing funny shit together, and it's those characters back again.
Why don't you even give yourself a moment to inhale?
Yeah.
I really like
this sketch.
You were just trying to finish your
Yeah, I just wanted to. I just really love it.
Oh man, that's good. All right, guys.
Anyway.
If you want to get this podcast early, go to patreon.com/the Valleyfolk. Support us
Also get the
there, and
full
we'll
length.
support you with some full-length video podcasts, some early podcasts, bloopers from our content that we post over on youtube.com/the Valleyfolk, and head over to dftba.com, search the Valleyfolk, and we just launched 2 new hoodies, a golden wheat.
Golden wheat and a midnight blue. And they're so nice. And I will say this, they're so freaking comfortable,
Yeah,
man. They
They're
are
good.
next level comfortable. So
good.
do it.
Fill up that cart, baby.
Fill it up.
All right, well, guys, thanks for listening, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel where you will see pieces of this great video version of the podcast, or if you want the full version unedited.
We already said it.
No, I'm just telling them again. You go to patreon.com/.
No, I know.
Valleyfolk.
Yeah.
we already
Thank you
have.
for it. Is good to clarify. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you do want to support us, you can go to patreon.com/the
No, we
Valleyfolk.
already did that part.
We're going to do karaoke in Toronto. We'll tell you about that when we get back.
And if you do want to support us, you can go to patreon.com/the Valleyfolk.
No, Steve.
But guys, also thank you just very much. So
Thank
if
you
you want to
so
support
much,
us, you
guys.
can always go to patreon.com/thevalley.
Thank you so much, everyone, and we'll catch you next time on the Valley, the Valleycast.
Hail Satan,
Hail
Hail
Satan,
Satan,
Hail
Hail
Satan,
Satan,
Hail Satan.